Hello everyone and welcome to Walt Buto's real estate channel here on YouTube and sometimes on Facebook as well. If you like the content, please let me know. Hit like or leave a comment, and either way I appreciate you watching and hopefully building a strong foundation to a big channel here on YouTube. There's something I hear from other realtors and other clients as well, clients who have had different realtors help them, telling me sometimes it took them a day to get back to them, 2 days. Look, I get it, everybody's busy, but I'm never too busy to get back to a client almost immediately, especially with today's technology, and I should say technology, because everybody texts, really, and I'm always willing to get back to clients quickly. I like to say this: I want every one of my buyers or sellers to think they are my only buyer or seller, even though they're not. But I pride myself in that, and I get it, and I get that we get busy. But when I hear other realtors saying, "Are you seeing that more realtors are not responding to you within a day or so?" And I've noticed that too. I'm not going to call anybody out, but I don't really see an excuse for that. I don't care how many. If you have so many listings and so many buyers, if you're that busy, 10 of each maybe, well then hire an administrator to make sure they get back to somebody. Otherwise, I don't get it, to be honest. If you're selling a home that you've owned for 30 or 40 years, you're not just another listing. That's your money, your memories, and your future. And I want to be directly involved in that. If you're buying a home and about to invest money, let's say you're a first-time home buyer, you've never been through the process, you need answers to questions. I get it, and there are no silly questions in my book. I never even complain to anyone that, oh, this client asked me so many questions. Hey, I get it. Realtors sometimes get lost in the fact that we do this so often. We've done so many transactions that it's, we know things that other people are still learning. And that's where the education part of what we do comes in, is we are here to help people through the process. Buyers especially, young buyers especially, even experienced buyers who maybe haven't bought in 10 years. Some of the concepts change. So I welcome questions, I respond to questions, and here's my bottom line. Communication matters. Frankly, even if when something isn't urgent, I think returning a phone call relatively soon is not only doable, but necessary. That's what I consider good service. My philosophy is pretty straightforward. Again, I want every client I have to feel as though they're my only client. I've had some of them say, wow, you got back to me so quickly. I'm not looking for a pat on the back. That's my job. That's what I do. I'm at my office in the morning, usually doing some work, paperwork, some prospecting, but the phone's right there. Click. Let's time it. Somebody count. I hit respond. I look at the answer, type my response. What's that? 30 seconds? Not looking for a pat on the back here. I'm telling you, that's what I do for my buyers and sellers, and you should expect the same from your realtor. And if you're not getting that, you can always call me. I spent much of my career in journalism where answering the phone or responding quickly was not considered extraordinary service. In journalism, I had sources. Sources have egos too. If you didn't respond to certain sources and at least have a conversation with them, they had 2 or 3 other channels to go to, and they would go to them. And so you had to take care of those sources, sort of like you need to take care of a real estate client. If you don't respond to a real estate client, there's a lot of choices for realtors. There are more realtors than journalists. So again, it's part of how I keep my business going forward and growing. But I think it's also just respect. Technology has made communication faster than ever. It's faster than it's ever been. There are multiple ways to contact people. I prefer text, but even the phone. Think about what realtors had to do before the cell phone. They'd have to, then you get it, okay? There'd be a message at their office on a voicemail, and then they would get to the office, hit a landline, call them back. I get that, but right now we carry these phones around with us. They are here, at the next time you stop for a cup of coffee or to get gas, step away, look at your messages and call back. That's what I do. And I think it's not a big ask. So somehow, somehow I couldn't get back to you should be less common and almost non-existent in my opinion, because expertise matters, negotiating ability matters, marketing matters, but so does something wonderfully old-fashioned called service. If that's the kind of realtor you're looking for, you found him right here, and you can ask any of my clients if that's true, and I'm sure every one of them would tell you yes, very responsive, and hopefully they all feel like they were my only buyers or sellers. Thanks for watching this episode on my YouTube channel. Love comments, I love likes, and I also love new followers, trying to grow my audience here. And this is something I enjoy doing. It's sort of a cross between journalism and real estate. It allows me to use my ability to communicate, but also my ability to do a little research and my ability just to talk on camera and get some points across and maybe help people who watch these episodes learn a little bit about real estate. This episode's pretty specific though. If you don't have a realtor who gets back to you in a timely fashion, you might want to look for another realtor. Have a great day.